here an amber weather warning is still in place tonight after excessive rain. 1 month's rainfall in one day in some parts ruined many properties and caused travel chaos. And more rain is due tonight. The tail end of Storm Callum battered large areas of Northern Ireland and northwest England overnight. And in Wales, it flooded homes and businesses, causing misery and heartache for many. James Webster reports from Aberdulais in South Wales.
They've been clearing water here all day. This is the aftermath of Storm Callum, which posed its biggest threat here overnight.
Police knocked at 4 o'clock this morning with a bus to evacuate, but none of us really want to leave because this is our home, so we don't really want to go anywhere. We've packed the children up and sent them away, and this afternoon then it's just all started coming through the floor. And my granddad passed away and left me his piano, and it's really sentimental to me, so I want to make sure that is okay.
Heavy rainfall yesterday has swollen both the river and the canal here to levels not seen in many years.
Been here for 14 years and it's never been this bad before. We've had a few alerts, but it's never actually come in the back of the houses. I think the last time it flooded was 1985.
The drains must have backed up extremely quickly. I've only been in since April as well, so I'm hoping that the rain will stop.
This village is just one example of the widespread disruption across South Wales. Thousands of homes have been without power, trains have been cancelled and roads closed. The potential risks a concern to the area's officials.
We put evacuation procedures in place, and those who wanted to be evacuated, have been moved. A lot of them, I think, are in the Aberdulais region, or there have been alternative measures put in place as well. I think a few of them didn't want to leave, but obviously if there's a major concern, then we will try and encourage them to move from the property.
Businesses too are counting the cost. This golf club should have been hosting an 80th birthday party.
The building itself is on stilts, but unfortunately I think it's penetrated the building. There's obviously going to be some water damage inside, hopefully not too much, but we just want to get back to business as soon as possible.
The clean-up here can only begin when the water subsides. Flooding, which is the worst people have seen here in a generation. Well, tonight, the river level here remains high. It's fast-flowing and carrying debris. The bridge here also remains closed, as are many other flood-affected routes across Wales. There is still an amber warning for heavy rain in place till 6 o'clock tonight. That's in around 40 minutes' time. Then it's downgraded just one level to a yellow warning until midnight. Right now, there are 28 flood warnings and 43 flood alerts, with a potential for hills to channel more water down to here. The risk of further flooding hasn't gone away yet.
James Webster, many thanks. In South Wales spent the night on evacuation alert because of the rising water levels, from where Thomas Morgan reports now.
Yeah, so it's streaming through the middle of the house at the moment.
Yeah. And you've made a kind of drainage way by taking up all the...
Yeah, we're trying to keep it as central as possible.
Vicky Leclerc's home in Aberdulais has been ruined by Storm Callum. Overnight, the torrential rain that caused havoc across South Wales has decimated her family's home.
I just don't know how long it's going to take for it to all go down, so it's just waiting for everything to dry out, I guess, and see what happens from there. But a lot of people on the street haven't got insurance or anything, so I don't know what they are going to do, what I'm going to do. I'm not sure.
The 29 houses on Canal side where Vicky lives were offered a voluntary evacuation last night, but all the residents refused and stayed with their belongings and homes. It's South Wales that's borne the brunt of Storm Callum. Travel has been severely affected, with several roads remaining closed.
Here on the A470 between Medford Tidfield and Brecon Beacons, the JCB has been called in to create extra drainage, as water pouring down the mountain has been bringing debris with it, creating a huge risk for vehicles trying to pass on this road.
In Lampeter, businesses have been severely disrupted due to the heavy rain. The local superstore and its car park under a foot of water.
Some of the smaller cars are trying to get through, and then, well, they're going through, but at the other end they're just breaking down because the water is so deep on the road.
I've been here 26, 27 years. I was born here and I've never seen this bad. It's quite bad.
Across the UK, thousands of homes have been without power. flood alerts remain in place across Wales and the north of England, and the Met Office has warnings in place for heavy rain in these areas until midnight this evening. For Vicky and her neighbours in Aberdulais, they are boxed in, water flowing from the back of the houses and at risk of the canal overflowing from the front. Their clean-up operation won't be able to begin until this latest storm has run its course.
And Thomas joins me from the Vale of Neath now. Thomas, what's the latest where you are?
Well, one of the other things that the villagers of Aberdulais have had to contend with today is this, the raging River Neath, which has become dangerously close to bursting its banks and causing further flooding here in Aberdulais. But it's not just South Wales that's been affected by Storm Callum. The storm has been wreaking havoc across other areas of the UK. High winds have caused issues for planes landing across airports in the north. There's been severe delays on trains going from Preston to southern Scotland. Around 2,000 homes and businesses have been without power across England. Now, the flood warnings have been lifted in Scotland, but several remain in place across England and Wales, as the Met Office has put a yellow warning out for heavy rain until midnight this evening across Wales, Northern England and Scotland, and the advice is to only travel if completely necessary.
Thomas, thank you.